Hey, it's Sergeant Locksmith there. As you can see, that's the old picture of our lab refill kits. Right now, getting low on some supplies. Figured a good time to turn around and do a little video. Just share a couple little tricks that we do and use. These little plastic lab refill kits, I will say, one, I haven't thrown one away since I've been doing this, just for the fact of, take your little carb cleaner on a rag, wipe it off, you turn around and got yourself a little chip holder. Since with the prices of everything's gone up, we do have the shells that we use. That way, if we need to turn around and use them, we can. Well, now we're able to still maintain our prices and get rid of some of our inventory we do have, just because we're harvesting the chips of miscut keys that we've messed up on, or keys we've come across from people that we've dealt with. I notice with us, we've increased our purchasing on 225. We've increased our purchasing on remote shells. That way we can harvest the circuit boards out of them, clean them up. We don't charge them full price for them. And in other videos you've heard me state that we do like a 3-tier system on our automotive side. With that, might have to modify it a little, but times are getting hard on ordering for some places. I know we say pass it on to the customer. The only problem I have is some of the customers I've got, I'm in not so much as a contract per se with them, but they do know they get set amount price for certain services for a year. Some of them we do 6 months, and the right reason why we do that, that's how we've landed some of the jobs we've got. And I'm not one to be greedy, and I've also taught my guys, you can't sit there and charge outrageous prices when you don't have a big market. I know my competitors charge higher than I do. That's fine. I know the old saying, charge what you're worth. Hey, I agree 100%. But I also charge where it covers the wages, covers insurance, and we're still able to expand. Because right now we're going to hold off on expanding or doing any major purchases anytime soon. But call it what you want, say you don't like it. I've had a couple people already tell me, oh, why don't you charge this? This guy charges this amount. Well, that's that guy there, that's that company there. I'm not one to sit there and go against. I know what the market can take, I know what the market can't take. During the pandemic, when everything was shut down, we were real good on our business motto and business plan. We turn around, we're actually, guys are staying busy, staying employed, and that was the big goal. Didn't want to play any of the games And we also will reevaluate here. About every 90 days we do a reevaluation. We do one of the tricks that I do, and I tell a friend of mine who's a locksmith also, and he agrees because he does the same thing. We've got enough that inventory we've bought over the years, acquired from people we've bought out, the wannabe locksmiths. The big thing we're doing now is, besides using that, I keep a list when I utilize something, or if there's something I want to purchase. I turn around, I'll look around and see who has it, and if it's on sale. It's not a need item, it's a want item. But I never let our inventory get that low where I have to pull the trigger. And every one of you is going to have to do the same. I know a couple of you've reached out to me. We haven't started using the one camera yet. Do thank you. But we are going to start utilizing it. You've got a great setup with what you're doing, and I wouldn't change anything you've got going on at your location. One, you're able to buy, and you don't have to carry much inventory. With that being said, you'll need to, pass it on with your customer. Me in the Midwest, I don't have the luxury of having a supply. I order something, it's going to take 3 days minimum. I've overnighted stuff before. Yeah, that didn't work. And if you, like right now, I don't know if you notice, I'm using these little circuits boxes. I like putting my followers in there. I've got another one for all the used pins. We're hoarders. There's nothing we can do about that. We're always going to be a hoarder, because we always say, oh, I'm going to need this, I'm going to need that. The only thing I will say is I don't hoard on my keys. I run them, and if they're not a big mover, I'll keep X amount. That way I have them on hand, and I get rid of them. I don't throw them away. I just turn around, and with some of the people I work with, they turn around, and their region, that might be something that sells. It's not selling in my area. We horse trade. I know the locksmiths here where I live do not like me. I'm not one that's going to lose any sleep over it, because as you can tell, I'm sorry, answer your phone. The biggest one I get is I don't push advertising. A lot of my work is referral, or it's the hearsay. Hey, you did my buddies. It's the best advertising I can get. I do get the regular cold calls, and when I get those, I automatically get, when I ask the question, so why'd you decide to go with us? That way I know where our advertising money's going. They say, you answered your phone. I'm like, well, thank you. So we'll say, if you want to take your night off, take your night off. If you want to have a beer, fine. But don't say you're a 24-hour service and you're not open. You've already made your name for your company, and some of the companies that have done that, the customers aren't happy with. They turn around and get aggravated with you just because you want to play a game. But on the subject, right now this is the 3,000 pin kit. We use the 3,000 increments. I do have some 5s, but those are here in the shop, because if you do a master key and they bring their locks in, we do master key customer provided locks. They don't have to purchase them from us, but I just like you get more, so it's not uncommon to have a couple boxes sitting out. All right, hold on. Now, I had to go get some more factory cut keys. Running low. I like to carry them in my kits. And we all have our own little niches we like. Some of my guys, they like to just cut them on site. Me, I want to pull up, look at the key. If I have to cut it on site, I will. But everyone has their own little style. Oh, let's see. And as you can tell, I'm going through my pins because I like my pins and everything to be proper. I don't want to reach for a pin, see it's the wrong one. And also, if they can sit there, my guys can look at my pinning kits, I can always judge them against me. They're paid nice, very few complaints. We don't schedule a lot of stuff at nighttime, just your normal Mercy rekey. My guys really don't even get rekey calls in the middle of the night. That's normally going to be me, just because the owner or the property, sorry about that, the property manager knows me and has my personal cell, so they'll call me direct. And of course, I'll do it because I've worked hard to get those contracts. I want to maintain those contracts and the good relationships with them. All right, let's do the top pins. I will say, if any of you got any questions, go ahead and email me. I'll go ahead and respond. Give me a couple days. But I've already been told by a few people they're not thrilled. That's why you don't see my company logo or your Specialist Brown's logo. He's one that also contributes. We're doing this just to help, and also we're old school guys. Between him and I alone, there's over 50 years doing this. The only thing I will say that I am getting tired of is I'm seeing a whole bunch of these wannabes, and I want to tell them thank you. I have bought this year alone 2 locksmith companies out, and I'm trying to get a third one bought out. And I'm not buying out competition around me, I'm actually buying other towns. I've traveled a couple hours just to buy out one gentleman, and after buying him out and thoroughly going through everything and incorporating it in our inventory system. He was one that you could tell had bought out somebody and thought to himself, hey, I'm gonna be a locksmith. And he didn't make it. Gotta advance, modernize, and make sure you have the equipment. Every year something's coming out, this update, so you want to pay your subscription. My van alone, I've got 4 different programmers in there. And then if some of you old people really know, I actually still have the CAN system from General Motors, and that's just a trip. I'm still surprised I pull that bad boy out and hook it up to vehicles. I've had some younger guys tell me, oh, you could do it with the Altel. Yeah, I know, I've got the Altel 608. We've got the Auto Pro pad. We've also got the X-Horse BVDI, the OBD2 for it, and the Key Max, the Key Tool Max. What was that? Top John from a certain company. I think I'm missing one in there. No. But like I said, that's what we have. The guys pretty much are running Auto Pro pads, and we're going to end up probably purchasing the G2, since all the reviews and people I've talked with that have already bought it state it's just like the Altel 608, 508. Alright, well, I got the kit done for my van. I do see I need to order a few, because if mine's low, I know the guys are low. They like to wait till the last minute, or they call complaining, oh, I forgot to do this. Sometimes they get enough ass time to do it, other times they don't. But I do try giving them at least 4 hours a week. Straighten your van up, fill what you need to fill if you weren't able to do it, but I'm talking fill this, so you'll get 2 hours, and then when you get our orders come in, you'll get 2 hours to put stuff back in your van and organize your van. Make sure everything's straight, because also during that 2 hours they're going to do PM on their vehicles. Make sure the oil's good, tire pressure's good. You got one employee, he treats that van better than he treats his own car, but he does also take that van home every night. Very generous with the policy on it. It does have GPS tracking. I don't mind the guys turn around, grab a bite to eat on the way home, pick up something for the family, hit the grocery store on the way home. They just know, park on the outer edge, that way the vans are seen. And if you are wearing one of the company shirts, you go into a store, you cause a problem, and it gets back, or there's a complaint and I get a phone call about it, good chance, depending on what the situation is, you can be fired from the company. And in all the years I've been doing this, I've only done it once. You're representing the company, so if you want to do it and you're not in my vehicle, sorry for the pause, I'm actually looking to see if I got any more pins. You work for the company, you want to sit there and cause issues, cause problems. Problem you'll end up running into is you most likely won't have a job. The big no-no: you will not park at a bar, and any of the your little sports bars. I do have one gentleman that he can, but he's also very strict. He does not touch alcohol, period. So with that, so those go there. All right. Well, I think it's enough of me mumbling on. If you did, stay through for it. Thanks. If you didn't, oh well. Gives me something to do besides talking to myself. That's SgtLocksmith. Thanks again for watching. Any comments, questions, go ahead and send me an email and we'll respond. Go ahead and leave a comment below. And so have a nice day.